Hello everyone, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is part 3 of a video that I started 2 days ago, which kind of progressed the way I wanted it to progress because I got the comments and I got some emails and I got some comments from some really predominant, nice YouTube craps content providers. So I'm going to continue and turn this into a mini series. So this is going to be part 3 and we'll get to the rolling in just a second because the video name is called The Hybrid Play. Waste of time? Too much of a grind? Is it worth it? That's what we're going to find out. But in the meantime, I need to talk about something before we get there. We need to talk about what's going on Sunday night. This Sunday, January 23rd. It's the second edition of Craps Chat. It's going to be held right here on the Mid-Atlantic Craps channel with my co-host Dylan from Skill and Luck. It's not about skill and luck. It's not about Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. It's about you. We need you, the viewer and the subscriber, to come on the show with us. We can bring you on with your face or just your audio only, but we need you to join the show because it's a round robin talk show. There is a rumor that we may have somebody as a guest along with you guys that may be worth talking to. It may be a little bit on the conservative side or the controversial side, I should say. But if he shows up, that's great. If not, we'll still make do without the show because we need you Sunday night, January 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And with that said, let's go ahead and head on over to the table. All right, we're over here at the table, and what you see on the table here, guys, is $34 in the middle. We have a $600 bankroll in parts 1 and 2, which are in the description below. You can check those out if you didn't see them. This is going to be part 3. I'm going to take this $34 off. We're not going to play with it. That was our profit through 10 shooters on the first 2 parts. We're going to go ahead and play some shooters here. How many shooters, I don't know. We'll just see if we can reach our win-goal ratio of 20 to 30%. Now, I missed John over at Pro Craps live show this morning on Coffee and Craps on the Friday edition, and some of the things that he mentioned regarding the foundation and the precedent and regression is all built into this hybrid strategy too. So if you saw the show this morning, a lot of that, it kind of plays with what we're doing. It's just that we're always on the DP, except for when the shooter burns us more than twice, and we're hybriding it on the light side. And I can tell you guys that I've been doing this for well over 18 months, but for the past 18 months tracking it, I've done really well with this this process. Small wins. They're not big wins. If you want to come out and you want to buy in with $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 and make big bets, and you have those type of pockets, this probably is not the video for you nor the channel for you. But if you want to see some common sense play on how to protect your bankroll, how to earn discipline, and how not to play too eccentric, this is the place that you want to be because small wins equal large battles towards the war against the casino, and it's money in your pocket, and that's what this is about. So, well, how many series this is going to be, I don't know, but we're going to see how far it goes. I started out playing it. I actually have 6 people that I'm showing. I'm not calling it teaching, that I'm showing offline. I'm not recording them. They're not live recordings or anything, but they're coming on with me and I'm showing them how to play the hybrid. So that's why I kind of started the video the other day that's turned into this series. 4 of them are regulars, 2 of them, their schedule conflicts, but we have people out there and we're going to bring them all in at one time into one room, and we're going to be able to talk about it all together and talk this out. If you'd like to be one of those people, shoot me an email at jeff@midatlanticcraps.com, and I'll be glad to bring you onto the show as well. Well, not onto the show, onto the hybrid teaching portion. I shouldn't say teaching. I don't want to teach. I'm showing some guys offline how I play and what happens under certain circumstances. Because this is not a KISS strategy. It's not a keep it simple because there are some mechanisms. But once it's like riding a bike, once you learn it, guys, it just comes naturally. And there's so many options that you can have with this. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's go ahead and turn the throwing cam on, get the roll tracker engaged, and we will be coming out. We are going to kick this up. Parts 1 and 2, we did a quarter on the don't. We're going to do $50. Guys, I don't hedge when I first get to the table. I can tell you that if we go through 5 or 10 shooters, you're going to get hit on this DP more than once with a come out 7 or a come out 11. You have to expect that. If you want to hedge, throw $9 out here for the 7s. If you want to hedge against the yo, throw $3. To me, that's $12 times 10 shooters, cuts into your profits. I only hedge when I get above 75 and above, and or I am in deep. As long as I'm even or ahead, I don't hedge. It's just me. It's just my preference. You can hedge if you're scared to play this way. Dice are out. And there's a 6-4-10. So we get a good number right off the bat. We get what's known as the green light special. I didn't coin that phrase. I think probably Big AZ did. You should be a subscriber of his. His channel is 3 times the size of my channel, and my channel is growing. We're approaching the 1K mark. With your help, we can get there. All right, so we have an easy 10. Now, with this easy 10, it's going to give us the ability to do a couple things at the $50 level. We have a bigger DP. It's going to take us less odds to reach our goal of what we want to do. Now, my strategy, I like to make 4 hits in the first, or I like to have 2 to 3 hits out of the first 4 rolls. On the 4 and the 10, I go all 4 rolls. On the 5-9, it depends on where I sit. On the 6 and the 8, you'll see what I mean. So right now, we're coming out with 110. We have 50, which means we need to cover that with $100 to win 50. And that would be, when I say $100, we would win 50 on the flat. The dealer might come out here and palm the money, kind of like this. But however, we have 50 on the flat and 100 on the odds, and that's going to pay us 100 against 110. Don't worry about the $10, guys. We're looking for at least 3 hits, 2 to 3 hits in the first 4 rolls, and then we do some adjustments. Sometimes, guys, you don't get any hits. I could roll a 12, an 11, a 4, and an 11 back to back and never get paid on this. I've seen that happen. Dice are out. What I just tell you, there's a yo 11. All right, didn't get paid, but remember, we're trying to get 2 to 3 hits on the first 4 rolls after the point's established. Dice are out, and there's a reason for that. Back-to-back yos. If you guys are playing those horns and you parlayed them, you love to see that. All right, roll 3. Dice are out. And there's a 4-1-5. We finally get paid. Finally get paid $35. It's our first hit. We're going to go 1 more roll because we're on the 4 and 10. Because it's a better number. We are 2 to 1 favored, but we want to get out of here. Not get out of here. We want to reduce some of our exposure for 2 reasons. One, the longer we roll, the greater chances, those 3 chances to hurt us can pop up, as well as the fact that right now we're only $35 ahead. If we hit the red, take the $10 out there, we would be $50 up. All right, dice are out. And there's a 3-2-5. 3-2-5. No field 5. All right, on the 5. That is our 4th roll and our 2nd payday. We have to stop there with this strategy of how I play the hybrid. Some people don't want to play it that way. There's $70 in the win column. It's not in our rack yet, guys, because the hand's not over. So tell the dealer, let's take us down to 66 inside. And from 66, we go down to table minimums. This is a $10 table. It's what it was in the first video. Now, by coming down to 66 inside, means that we can reduce the exposure down here. Yes, we're going to lose less. I mean, we're going to win less if we take this down. Take it down to 50. You'd win 75 against 66, guys. I always take it all the way down because the 4 and 10 bites my butt if I leave it out there too long. So right now, I have 66 against 50. We have 70 over here. We would still wind up winning 54 if the 7 shows up. 7, I said 7. If Big Red shows up, and we would lose 50. If the 10 shows up, we'd still be ahead on the shooter, and that's what it's about. Dice are out. I see a 1. There's aces. Aces in both places. Doesn't help us any. And at this point, guys, there is no rhyme or reason to how far you go because we're actually going to reduce this down to 44 against 50. We would like to see a couple more wins, but we don't know how long the hand's going to go. That's roll number 6. There's the average. Dice are out. Average-ish, depending upon what book you look at. There's a 3-1-4. It's not going to pay us. We're still okay. Maybe 2 more rolls before I come down to 44, but right now I'm okay because I'm ahead on the shooter. Dice are out. And there's a 4-2-6. It's going to pay us $21. All right, 4-2-6, 21. And is this the time to come down to 44? You know, are you happy with, you know, this $91 that you've won? It's the 10. I'm okay because if I hit the 10, I'm going to lose the 50. If I hit red, I'm going to lose 66, but I've won 91. All right, dice are out. And there's aces. I think I'm going to use the term one more time. You hear me, kind of be condescending a lot of times about that term because people use it all the time, especially in poker. Before I reduce our exposure on the light side, and yes, guys, when I talk about it, it jinxes me. Dice are out. 3, 5, 8. Easy 8. And now it is time to make some changes, guys, because take a look at the roll tracker. If you take a look at the roll tracker, you will see that we are in 10 rolls, the 11th roll coming up. And, where we sit here, how about that? We would have hit the small. I didn't even see that. We would have hit the small had we been playing the all tall small. When I play at the casino, guys, I do take an extra $100 and I play 20 hands of the all tall small 2-1-2. That's just me. I'm not promoting that either. But we are going to win another $21. So at this point, we need to make some adjustments. We're just going to bounce down to table minimums. And there's no adjustment on the DP. The DP will stay right where it is. So when red comes, it's 44 against 50. What do we won over here? 70, 80, 90, 110. We've won $112. No more than that. 112, 120, $22 we've won over here. We were okay with a $70 win on this shooter. It all depends on which way it goes. We hit the 10, we lose the 50, we're still up. We hit big red, we lose the 66, we get paid 50, we're still up. All right, dice are out. And there's a hard 8. If you're playing along at home and want to know what 8 that is, hard 8. A lot of you always tell me what you do against my rollouts. So there's a hard 8. That is going to pay us $14. We'll get 15 for 1. I had to look, make sure that's what I had out there because we came down to table base of 44. So there's, oops, almost put that in the bank. I think 15 for 1 is what I paid myself. Oh, you know what? That's supposed to come over here as a win. I keep track of how many times I win. Dice are out. And if this turns into a long roll, a lot of you were saying, well, you should have pressed. You could have done one more money. True. I'm not greedy. And I'm happy winning anywhere from $35 to typically about $140 a shooter. And I'm shooting for 20 to 34%. I know a lot of people made a comment that they take their money to the bankroll. If they buy in with 6, they're going to gamble 6. I'm not like that. It's your own preference. My stop loss is $300, 50%. My win goal is 20 to 30%. And I've done my win goal on one shooter, and I have lost the stop loss on 2 shooters before. All right, dice are out. And there's a 6, 1, 7. All right, so this hand will be over with. And let's think about what's taking place here. That was 13 rolls. Let's go ahead and take this down. I'm going to take this off the table and pay myself in green to make it just easier for me. I could have paid myself out of that, I suppose, and 6. There's $50 on the win. Our green are back full. We're going to fill up this red rack here. Oh, I actually have a green on the bottom there. I should have 2 greens. I do have 2 greens. All right, so I'm going to slide these over. There's our initial buy-in. Now we're going to go into that because we're going to have to put some odds. All right, guys, look at what we just won. There's 100, 25, 30. We won $132. Guys, we're at our 20% win rate on the very first shooter. Now, does that always happen? No, it does not. First hand, we're at the casino. We're not going to stop there just because we're at our 20% win rate. Should we be disciplined? We could, but remember, I like to get to the 30% rate, and to be quite honest with you, I like to get to an even $200. It just makes it easier. I don't know. It's just something. It's just me. Maybe it's me being anal. I don't know. It just is. All right, we're coming out. No protection because we're up. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the butt. Dice are out. Thought it did. There's a 628. 628. Now on this 628, we're going to slow down just a little bit what we're doing. We're going to be a little precautious because there's a big chance that we could be hit on the point and lose 50 of that 130 some that we had, or whatever I said it was. Can't remember what it was. So we have 50. We're going to play it real simple. 48 against 50. Real conservative on the 6 and the 8s. Once we get to the third row, we'll protect the 8. We'll protect our $50 investment or reduce the chances of getting hit on it. All right. So 48 out there. 5, 6, 9. So we're playing the 5, 6, 7, 9 against the 8. We reduced our whammy, or the bad number, by 1 roll. All right. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have back-to-back 8s. Dice are out. I see a 1. I see a 4. We don't get paid. That's the first roll after the point was set. Remember, I like to keep tracks. Maybe you don't want to keep track. Dice are out. And there's a 4, 2, 6. That's going to be a $21 winner. $21 winner. 4, 2, 6. All right. 21. It's our first hit. Second roll after the point. We're going to go at least 2 more. Sometimes on the 6 and 8, I'm happy with 2 wins. Dice are out. And there's a 3, 1, 4. Unfortunately, we've only had 1 win so far, and sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, dice are out. And there's a 3, 2, 5. So we're going to get 2 wins, which is the minimum I like to have. Sometimes you don't get any, but you have to be persistent, patient, and stay on your game in order for this to benefit you. All right, so we got 15 out there. There's 21. That's the 4th roll. 5th counting the point. We know what we're going to do here. We're going to drop down to the table minimums. In this case, we're taking $16 off the table. We have 44 over here. 50, we lose $6. All right, right now we're not going to protect the 8 at the moment because we're okay. If we lose 50, we've made $42. So we're down 8, not a big deal. What we have out there now is $32. All right, dice are out. There is another move to this, guys, if we make it into a much longer roll. Here's a hard 10, doesn't help us. Dice are out. All right, that is a 8, 5, 3, 8. So no harm, no foul. Yes, we didn't accomplish what we wanted to do. It is the shooter. Is that a burn? Remember I told you I wouldn't let a shooter burn me twice? Not really. I mean, we did lose $8, but we still have that money over there. So right now we're $8 out on this shooter. $8 out. Coming out, no protection. If we hit the come out 11 or 7, now we are back into our bankroll. Dice are out. And there's a 4, 2, 6. In this case, guys, we're going to be preservative again. Conservative, I said preservative. We're going to be conservative again. All we're going to do is just shift things around. All right. We need to come back out here and put these back up at the 3 red unit level. So we'll have 48 against 50 again. Could we come right back and hit the 6? Sure, we could. Right now, it's okay, though. Dice are out. Making your money last longer, and there is a 7 out. So with the $8 we lost and the $2 we're going to win here, you can see that we're $6 down on this shooter. The bankroll is still intact, guys. You didn't lose any money. I mean, you did, but you didn't lose a considerable amount of money if you were out there for whatever your light side would be. There's $50 on the whim. Leave the 50 there. We can go ahead and rack this back up. Start a new shooter. We're still up. Okay. All right. 50 on the DP, we're up. We don't have to hedge. We do not have to hedge. That was a text message coming in. I thought I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. All right. So this is going to be Shooter 3. Did I choose the dice already? Or did I pick up the same dice? Oh, we're just going to go with the same dice. I think I did that already. All right, Shooter 3. No hedge. No hedge. Remember, I'm going to tell you, you will get burned on that come out. Dice are out. 3, 1, 4. Another nice number. Well, compared to the parts 1 and 2 and the first 2 videos of this series, we have a little bit of different table circumstances going on here. We're still not up like where we want to be, but it's better than those first 2 videos. All right, so we have a 4. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. A minimum. I say minimum, guys. As you get to play this, you'll understand how to balance this a little differently, but we're just going to play the minimums. I have 150. It's going to win us 100 against 110. Let's see if we can repeat. I could take about somewhere between $15 and $20 and hedge to hard 4. That adds to the exposure on the light side. I don't do that unless I'm behind sometime, or unless I get big odds and don't passes. I don't like to put the odds out here at all, guys. I'd rather have a bigger flat, because right now if we had started with a $75 flat, we wouldn't have to have $100 out here. We would play this a little differently, which you might see that not in this video, but in series coming up. Dice are out, and 7 right out. So we're going to lose $10 on the shooter. All right, not a big issue. We get a good number. What happens? How often do you see that? Boom, point made, point 7 out. Not a whole lot we can do about it. We take the $10 off. The dealer would palm that, and he would come over and pay you 50 on the flat and 50 on the odds. So we lost $10 on the shooter. Rinse and repeat, guys. That was an opportunity and a chance missed. It just is what it is. All right. All right. Here we go. No protection. I'm expecting it to hit. I can tell you that. Dice are out. Oh, we come right back on the 4. We get another opportunity. Oh, this definitely is different than the first 2 videos. I can certainly tell you that, Ollie. All right, so rinse and repeat, guys. It seems boring, but if you're coming out here, you're looking for some excitement, and you're out here for the entertainment and fun value, it's not why I go to the casino. There is a time and a place for that, but that's not why I go to the casino. I go to make money, and you have to be disciplined. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Don't worry about the table talk. And you have to keep your game on. All right, 3, 1, 4. Well, again, we got 100 in odds to win us 50. So we've got a $100 winner here with the 50 flat, 50 win on the odds against 110. Let's see if we can do better than what we just did, because we're only trying to get to 180. And I think we're down below the $100 mark, but we're definitely above the $600 mark. Dice are out. 538 is going to pay us 35. I always like it when I get that first win on the first roll. So it's going to pay us 35. All right. First roll since the point, second roll of the shooter. And the reason why I repeat that, guys, is because you really need to be aware of that if you play like how I'm playing here. But the hybrid's played many ways. I didn't invent this. Many YouTubers and others before YouTube, people played it this way. And in the first video on part 1, I mentioned several of them. Dice are out. I see a 5 and I see a 1. All right. I can't see this corner table when I'm throwing, guys, from the angle. I'm standing down by almost, it's probably stick right 2 where I'm stick left 2 where I'm throwing, but I'm throwing them randomly. There's a 6, another $35 winner. Now you're thinking to yourself, wow, we're up $70 on the shooter. No, guys, you are not up $70 on the shooter until the hand is over with, because you have 150 out exposed. All right, here we go. Dice are out. I see a 2 and a 4. Boy, when I see those low numbers, or opposite of that, when I see like a high number pop up when I'm on the 10, but in this case I saw that 2 come out, but we're good. There's a 6. We're on a roll on this shooter so far. We have made chip on the floor. The dog will get it. No, she won't. She's a good dog. All right, 35. So there's 100. There is $105 we have won. 3 ways can hurt us. Should we hedge? We're up. I'm going to say no. If we throw a hard 4 here, it's my mistake. Dice are out. And there's a 639. We got paid on all 4 of them, guys. That's like the jackpot of the hybrid system. You do that back to back, you're in the casino for 20 minutes and you're done. All right, so now it is time to make some adjustments, guys. What have we made here? We've made 140. We had the best case scenario. Finally, it shows up that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell the dealer, take us down to 66, and eventually we are going to come down to the table minimums if this roll continues. And then we'll talk about what do you do on the long roll. All right. 66. Okay, that means we don't need to have the odds out. If you wanted to reduce these down to 50 to have 75 against 66, it's okay. I'm okay pulling this down, guys, because I'm telling you, you'll see those 4 and 10s. If this turns into a long roll, they will show up, and they can show up before Big Red. All right, Now we're down to 66 against 50, and we are $140 on the positive over here. So worst case scenario, do the math. Red comes. We will lose 66, win 50. We will take $16 off of this. Well, you'll see how it is. You know what the math is. Dice are out. And there's boxcars, doesn't help us. And at this level, guys, you can go as long as you want before you go down the table minimums. It's totally up to you. Typically, I go 3 to 4 rolls. Dice are out. And there's a 6, so we're going to get paid $21. There's another win on this shooter, which is always nice. All right. 21. It's win number 5. All right. And I probably would be happy with that. I probably go this next, whether we get paid or not on this next shooter, as long as we don't hit the point or big red. I probably would bounce down to table minimums now. Dice are out. And there's an AC doozy. All right, so what do you think? Should we bounce down and save the difference for a big red? Protect the 4? I mean, we're not really protecting the 4, but we're not bouncing down. Dice are out. We will after this roll. There's a 3-1-4. Really doesn't matter at this particular moment because it is okay. When I say bounce down, I'm talking about the light side. 3-1-4. I told you the longer we stayed out here, the longer we get hit. Now, we're going to lose that 50. Guys, what do we have over here? 150, 161. So you can see that, we're up, so it's okay. It's all right on that shooter. We're going to come back out one more time on the shooter. It's okay. It's the same shooter. He didn't 7 out. So here we go. If he 7s out here or a come out 11 with a come out 7, we would be done on this shooter. I would let it roll out till the hand was over and move on to the next shooter. Dice are out. And there is a 5-4-9. 5-4-9. So the point's going to be a 9. Obviously, we are not going to need the 15 on the 9. We're just going to pull that back. Now, we have 50 against 51. We've already won on this shooter. Don't get greedy, guys. We want to avoid the 9. And I'll show you what's going to happen if we can get past this point. In the previous 2 videos, we didn't have very good luck. Dice are out. And there's a 3-1-4. We don't have anything on the 4. We're not going to get paid. Now, we've reset our rolls since the point was established. All right. So 4. We're going to go 3 or 4 rolls here before we make some changes. Dice are out. And there's a hard 6. That's going to pay us 21. 21. A lot of people worry about getting hit on that point of 4. The point of the matter, why it didn't hurt us that bad, is because we came down off those odds. If you still had those odds up there, that's where a lot of people leave that up there. That's where you get burnt, placing odds on the hybrid system. All right, dice are out. I think I probably should have made a change there, but there's a yo 11, so I am going to make a change just right now because this is extending into going to be his 14th roll coming up. So let's go ahead and do some preservation. Let's come down a unit on each one of these to table minimums. So we're taking $17 off the table. Now, what you can do with this 50 against the 9 is we could place the 9 for something similar. 42 would win you 59, but on a 7 out, all you're going to do is lose that, and you still have your winnings over here. I'm going to go ahead with a roll or 2 just to see if I can make it another roll or 2, whether I get paid or I don't. I'm still trying to miss those 4 ways right there. Trying to miss the 4 ways on the 9. Dice are out. And there's a 4-2-6. That's going to pay me 14. I'll get 15 for 1. 4-2-6. And I'm hoping that I can get one more roll, whether I get paid or not. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And this is all part of the way that I play. 15 for 1. I'm hoping that we don't hit red or a 9, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. All right, dice are out. And there's boxcars. So we didn't get paid. It's okay. It would be nice if we did get paid, but we didn't get paid. Boxcars. So now what we're going to do is we need to protect what we have over here as well as what's on the board. So we tell the dealer, turn me off for a roll or 2. All right. Now, do you want to take the roll and avoid the 9, or do you want to have a little protection? We don't protect this. What do we have out here? 34. Let's put 35 on the 9. So we're balanced right now just to see what happens. You don't have to do this. A lot of people don't like this move. This is his 16th roll, guys. 16th roll. Dice are out. There's a 9. Notice what just happened there, guys. If we hadn't have done that, if we hadn't have done what we just did, we're going to lose this 50 and we're going to win $42. We lost $8 on that point. $8 on the point. So we're going to win 42. Now that's not really a win. This money will go back into our rack because it came out of our rack to protect as the 50. We're going to pull this 35 off just for a second. There is, well, I'm $5 short, so we're going to call this 625. We've got 625, 725, 750. Guys, we're at our win rate, but the hand's not over with. The hand is not over with. What do you want to do? You know, we're into this shooter, or we're into this shooter for, this will be his 17th roll on this come out. If we go back and we take a look at what's happened with the shooter, shooter 1 gave us a 13 roller. All right. Shooter 2 was a short roller. I'm sorry, was a 9 roller. Shooter 3 was a 2 roller. And this roller, shooter 4 right now, is at 16 rolls. We have had a total of 40 rolls and we are at our win rate. What do you do? The hand isn't over with. What do you do? So you would need to know in your bankroll, in your chip management, where you stand. So I'm going to pull this all down and just show you. You know, we're only 4 shooters in. 4 shooters in. Does it always happen this way? No, it doesn't. But I want to show you that you are at least I'm at, my win rate. And although I don't know that I would leave the casino at this moment, I definitely would start playing either one of 2 ways. So there's 125. Pull that over here because I'm going to take one of these. I need $5 to make this an even 100 in the rack. So there's our starting bankroll right there. All this on the table, guys, is profit. Every bit of that. This is $100 here. So color this up. I'm taking that off. Give myself 4 green. Look at where we are on our profit. What do we do? There's 254. 254, guys. We've almost at a 50% win rate. Almost. 4 shooters. What are we going to do? Video's at 30 minutes. What do we want to do? Do we want to take this 250, become aggressive? If I was going to stay at a casino, I'd up one time, 75 on the DP. I don't think we have time for that on the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to regress just a moment to see if this table stays the way it is and does a turn on me. And we're going to go back to the way we just were. I'm going to put a quarter for one hand. If it doesn't work out, we're out the door. So if all I lose is a quarter, no big deal. I'm at my win rate. So we're going to move on to, I believe this is going to be shooter 5, and we'll be done with this. This is going to be shooter 5. No, we are actually still in shooter 4 because we hit the point, but we still are where we are. So we're still on shooter 4, guys. Still on shooter 4. All right, dice are out, coming out. And there's a 9 again, 549. Now we go back to the way that we play because we're doing a little conservative. We're at our win rate. If we're happy with that and we want to go out, that's how we're going to play it. We're going to be conservative. Me personally, you know what? How about I do this? How about I show you 2 ways of what I would have done? So here is how we're playing. I'm going to put another player down here at 75, and we're going to play the difference, okay? So this is the way that we've been playing now, and I'm going to show you how another player that would have played the difference. We'll see what happens here. So on this quarter, I'm going to come out for $34 because I'm playing conservative over here because we're at our win ratio. This person, $75 on the 9. And we don't have a bankroll for this, guys. This person, let me scoot these over so they look right, like if we were really at a table. All right. This person would come out for, oops, I don't want to put that over there. 75 is going to give us 75 there with the 9. Yeah, okay, we'll play it like that. Let me put this back over in the bankroll. This player would have some odds up and go higher than that, but he's going to play 75 against 85. This quarter and these bets on the outside or on the inside are our bets. All right, so we set a point of 9 again, 9. All right, and the dice are out. I see a 1 and I see an Acey Deucey. No good to either player. Now remember, this is our money. I'm just showing you what difference would have been. If I'd have been playing now going up, we'll see if I would have won or lost some of my profit. Dice are out by becoming aggressive. There's a 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. Dice are out. There's a 6-3 9. Okay. Now, you would have seen what would have taken place there. So on a 9, still the same shooter, guys. Still the same shooter. On the 9, this player would have lost his money. Okay. We're going to be done with that player because it didn't work out the way that, you know, it could have, but we didn't. So we're going to go back and just concentrate on what we're doing. We hit the point of 9. We lost a quarter. Not a big deal. How many times has that shooter burned us? Well, he didn't burn us totally because we had place money on the 9 and we won a little bit of money of it back. So really, is that 2 times burn? I'm going to call it, yes, it is 2 times burned. Because if I come over here and I load everything back up here, there's $600, $700, $800, and $29. So I'm $229 up, guys. I'm still okay with that. So right now, I'm not going to come out with anything on either side. I'm going to see what happens with the shooter because these will be off in the come off. We don't have to worry about it. Remember, this is just shoot a 4. The hand isn't over with. This guy's going on his 21st roll. Dice are out. And there's a 10. It's a shame. It's a shame we weren't out there. We'd have a good number. There's a 10, a hard 10. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play light side just for a little bit. I'm still okay on the money I've won. Just bear with me. I'm going to put $10. So now I have 44 inside. Bear with me, guys. Don't have a tizzy fit. Don't have a tizzy fit. Light side, I'm still at my 30% win rate in my rack. Dice are out. There's aces. Doesn't help us. Probably should have kept the comparison up on that other shooter. But anyway, dice are out. I don't want to confuse anybody. There is a 5-3-8. It's going to be a $14 winner. $14 winner. Now, guys, I am still counting the rolls since the point. Although I'm not on the don't, there's a reason why. So that's the second roll since the point. 1 payday. Dice are out. And there's our second payday, another $14 winner. 415. 14 and 14 is 28. We have won our $25 pass line that we lost, and we're even, but we have 44 exposed with no protection. All right, fourth roll after the point. Dice are out. There is a 4, 314, doesn't pay us. Now we have options here, guys. We're at our fourth roll after it. Turn them off. Play the 6 and 8. That's the options, by the way. Turn everything off. Save the 44. Let the hand resolve. Go home with 44 more dollars, or 28 more dollars than what we started with. We could do that. We could take the 5 and the 9 down. Just play the 6 and 8. Put 20 more dollars in our bankroll. Have 20 more dollars. We could transition back into the dark side. The problem is, if we come up here with a quarter, which I'm going to do, and we're going to think about this when we get done, because really we should be walking, but we're going to try to see what this does by coming back into the dark side. We could lay something. I'm going to take it through the DC. Something you haven't seen me do that often. We had 4 rolls after the point. We have $28. We got our $25 back we lost, but now we have 25 exposed. Another red, come out 7 or 11, we're going to lose that $25 and we definitely will be done for the day. Dice are out. And there's a hard 6, hard 6. Now, with that hard 6, let me show you what I'm going to do. Some of you aren't going to like this, but 6 I'm going to let travel. I could have waved that off, guys. I could have waved it off, but I beat the odds on that DC. Do I need this up here? No. Watch what I'm going to do. Dealer, if you would, could you just please turn me off for a few rolls? If I lose the quarter and another 6, we're done going home happy with what we have here. If big red comes, I've added $25 more profit, protected my 44 out. Dice are out. There's a hard 4. Now remember, I said for a few rolls. I didn't say forever. Hard 4. This guy's coming up on his 28th roll, guys. What's due? Dice are out. There it is. Bingo! B-I-N-G-N-O. All right. It played out the way that I see it happen so many times on a super long roll. Yes, guys, you on the light side, you made a fortune on this guy. Kudos to you. What did you lose before? That's the whole thing. So we get paid a quarter. All this money comes down, and I don't even think I'm going to go to the 5th shooter, guys. We're already above 30 minutes, so I'm going to just go ahead and call this video and not finish out the 5th shooter. There's 10 in white, so I'm going to put 10 in reds down here so I can color this up. All this is ours because we were off. We didn't lose it. All right, there's our $600. I think, guys, you would agree. I can't fit any more in here. There's our $600 that we started with. There's 1, 2, 25, 275, 275, 282. How close are we to a 50% win? Now, to my good buddy that would say, hey, take $100 of that and stick it out on the don't pass and see what happens. Guys, I've done that before. That's not being disciplined. If we weren't already over the 40-minute mark, I might just, go to like, hey, what if scenario, but we're not. Guys, this is the power of the hybrid, and in this case, answering the questions. Let me get back over to the screen. I just want to make sure this is right. 282. I'm going to come back over here to my screen. Just give me 1 second. And let's transition back over. Oh, wrong button, guys. Sorry about that. Hang in there for that. This is live. You know that it's recorded. I didn't really mean for that to happen, but at least you got that. Boom! The Mid-Atlantic, boom! All right, here we go. There we are. We're back over here now. So, with that said, guys, 42 minutes into the video, I'm going to try to end this before the 45-minute mark. The hybrid, the plan of the hybrid is unique. In parts 1 and 2, we struggled. We got down to almost our stop loss of $300 on a $600 bankroll. We came back to be up $34. Preserved our bankroll. Lets you come back the next day with the same starting money instead of reaching into your pocket and coming out with more starting money. If you're not tracking your wins and your losses, you're making a mistake. If you've got the money to waste in your pocket and just go to the casino whenever you go and do whatever you do and not worry about it, God bless you. I don't have those deep pockets. But the hybrid, 3 sections, 3 parts. We're going to add a 4th part to it because we're going to kick it up again. We're going to try to get to the $100 don't level and see what happens. With a $600 buy-in, we may have to take it to $1,000, but we'll see based upon what we've won. So we've won 34 in parts 1 and 2 and 282. So we're $300 up. So if we were to go back with a $900 bankroll in part 4, maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll show you that part of it. But anyway, guys, I don't think this is a waste of time. Is it a grind? Yes. I'm going to tell you that this is a grind. If you don't have patience, don't play it. Is it worth it? You tell me. I'm $300 up. $300 up on, what was that, 4 shooters, 5 shooters? I'm $300 up on 14 shooters. Hey, guys, remember, coming up Sunday night, don't forget it. We have got Craps Chat with you. We need you in the audience. We need you to come join the show. The viewers and subscribers, come over, join my co-hosts, Dial-In from Skill and Luck, and me, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Guys, all I want to say is till next time, as always, please click the red subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. Share the page. We're getting close to the 1K subscriber mark. Can't do it without you. Till next time, guys, as always, be safe, play smart.